Welcome to the Heartfire Rising podcast, personal growth in less than 5 minutes. I'm your host, Danielle Palli. Thanks for being here. On more than one occasion, I've been described as a walking Disney character. Yes, I know you have visions of me singing and dancing in the grotto while birds braid my hair and put ribbons in them. But the reason I mention this is, yes, I tend to be an optimistic person by nature, and I do have the tendency to go around singing. However, when it comes to talking about positive psychology, people make the assumption that it's just about being optimistic and happy all the time. So I want to talk about the difference between being an advocate of positive psychology versus toxic positivity. And on future broadcasts, I'll talk a little bit more about optimism versus toxic positivity. So toxic positivity is fake and masks authentic feelings and experiences. It has the tendency to minimize the experiences of someone you know who might be going through real emotional pain. Now, some examples of statements you might hear either someone has said to you or you've said to someone else or possibly yourself that are unhelpful might be, "There's always someone worse off than you. It wasn't that bad, I'm just being dramatic. Everything happens for a reason. This too shall pass. It could be worse." Or, "Put on a happy face," and "Fake it till you make it." I know they're well-intentioned, but again, it's about not minimizing or invalidating the way someone's feeling in the moment. So now let's take a look at what positive psychology is. Positive psychology is the scientific study that examines what makes life worthwhile, or what leads to greater happiness and people living to their fullest potential. Its intention is to focus on building our strengths, honoring our values, and broadening positive experiences. Some of its findings include focusing on experiences versus material goods, practicing gratitude, volunteering and giving to others, physical activity and well-being, mindfulness and compassion, purposeful living, and social connection. When you seek out and acknowledge positive moments, your brain begins to scan for those experiences. Likewise, if you highlight the negative, then negative experiences are going to be what you start to see most often. So it's not ignoring the bad, it's not putting on a happy face. In fact, as a fan of positive psychology, if I have a bad day, you'll hear me say, "I'm having a bad day," or "I'm sad and discouraged." For example, I'm really disappointed that the lawn people are outside my window as I'm recording this podcast. But it is what it is. I'm kidding, that goes on the list of potentially toxic positivity statements. The point is, it's really acknowledging all of life, the good and bad, and making a conscious choice to seek out more of the good. It doesn't minimize or invalidate the bad. Those bad days, traumatic events, they absolutely matter. It's simply not allowing life to stop there. You can be authentically happy as a person and still be annoyed about something in the present moment. And if you're having trouble finding happiness right now, you can still practice seeking out positive moments, and it can help. Today's action item. For the next 3 days, notice moments of authentic connection with another person. It could be a smile from a stranger, a random act of kindness. For example, my husband and I were going on a hike the other day, and a couple noticed we weren't sure which way to go on the trail, and they said, "Well, if you go that way so far and make a left, you're going to see a really cool bald eagle nest." They didn't have to do that. So that, to me, is a positive moment, a shared connection. Other examples might be a shared laugh over something you have in common with a colleague. Or anytime someone says something such as, "I know exactly what you mean." As always, thanks for being here. And until next time, take care of yourself.